Don't line up too quickly now. I might need an I'm sorry Diff from about a quarter of you in these comments. Shake my hand, and say I was right. Just this one time. You know it. First, we had Ninja Killa calling Scorpion bad. And now we have the 3-time EVO gold medalist, SonicFox, telling you how it is that Scorpion is the worst character in the game. Oh, you Sub-Zero mains, are you mad right now? Are you mad? Type it down below right now that Sub-Zero is the worst in the game. I don't care. You haven't won an EVO medal, have you? Why would I listen to you? Scorpion's the worst. I'm just joking around. Let me play you the clips of SonicFox tier listing the cast, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
I've seen some pretty bullshit game plans. So, like I think that the bottom 3 in this game is definitely Scorpion, Natara, Sub-Zero, but they're A tier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sub-Zero has more to bring to the table than Scorpion. If I had to say who the worst, I've said this before. I personally think the worst character in the game is Scorpion, but he's not a bad character. Like,
Worst
I really
in
think
the
he's the worst
game?
character. Yes, I really think Scorpion is the worst character in the game.
So SonicFox started out with Scorpion, Sub, and Natara being the undisputed bottom 3, which agreed. I can't really think of anybody else I would throw in bottom 3 aside from Xiao. I think Xiao has an option of replacing one of these characters. I think the only thing that would bump any of them out of top 3 is how well they work with Cyrax. I think Xiao would be a disputed bottom 3. Like, if you take these 3 characters, the only character, as I'm looking across the roster right now, that could even compare is Shao Kahn. So let's say, in my opinion, there is a bottom 4. But Sonic, the most decorated NRS player of all time. I don't even care if you think Ninja Killa is the current GOAT. Sonic is the most decorated. Ninja has 1 EVO title. SonicFox has 3 in MK games. And even if you think Ninja Killa is better than Sonic, Ninja Killa called this character bad. So I think I'm covered on every single base. Do I agree with Sonic's opinion that Scorpion is the absolute bottom 1? Worse than Sub-Zero, worse than Natara, and worse than Shao Kahn? Truthfully, and it's going to piss off the Sub-Zero mains, I always thought Sub was not bottom 3. I get why he is now, but he actually has a game plan. His mid is decently far-reaching. He has at least the Ice Clone. He has at least so many more tools than Scorpion has. Scorpion's only tool in the entire game, because all the opponent has to do is jump and punish essentially everything. Ashra crushes him. His only tool is just getting close enough to you so he can do block damage or chip damage on you with Cyrax and build back bar. He's almost never going to open you up. You just block low, and if he gets anywhere close to you, that's your only worry, because the mid is so stubby. It is probably the slowest mid in the game for how short it is. Like, if you take that distance, there is no mid that slow with that short of distance on any of the other characters in the cast. So he has one playstyle. It's essentially teleport cancel or approach you, and then just try and get chip damage. I have always thought, at least if Sub-Zero sucks as well, Sub-Zero can do more. Like, yes, he has punishable things. Yes, they tone down his damage. Yes, things aren't as good, but you can play different ways to win. Scorpion has one singular way to win, and that is hopefully chip you out, and that doesn't work that well in top 500. I don't know, I'm just very validated. I spent the last month essentially saying Scorpion needed buffs, like, desperately, thinking he was bottom tier, like, bottom 5. Then we had Tweety's tier list calling him S tier, which was just nuts. That was, you know, early in the game. You had other people throwing him an A+, but none of the pros had spoken. And now that the 2 best pros of all time, Ninja Killa and SonicFox, both call this character terrible, I know I was not crazy, which is why I'm asking, you know, for some slight, you know, you don't have to actually apologize, but realize if you left a comment saying I was whack for thinking this character is bad, I can't take it seriously anymore. Like, this character is bad. These are the 2 most winning players in the scene telling you he's bottom 3 at the very least. Even if you don't agree with Sonic that Scorpion is bottom 1, you know he's terrible now. I would say the only real argument that people are gonna have is that Sub is bottom 1, but I think the reason Scorpion does go in bottom 1 over Sub is solely because, at the very least, even if it's not great mix, you have low and overhead combo starters. Your opponent will get hit. At the highest level, Scorpion is not hitting anybody. Nobody's falling for it. I mean, what? I'm just supposed to spam stand 2 and go for grabs, but then again, you have all these characters with insane pokes, you know, down 4 into anything, that are just gonna destroy him. So where does that leave me in terms of playing Scorpion? I know you guys saw me play Baraka in the most recent Road to Rank 1. I think Scorpion struggles really heavily when he hits top 500, but the thing is, I don't think I can give him up. I'm still gonna play him probably every other episode or every third episode, but most likely every other episode of the series. I have to be loyal to my boy. Like, there's no way I can escape it, even though I know he is trash. Like, he's worse than MK11 Scorpion. He's definitely nowhere near MKX Scorpion. It's just hard to let it go like that. He could get slight buffs. I think the best part about Scorpion is even if he gets minor buffs, he can shoot up the tier list rather quickly. The one thing that will hurt him is while he might get minor buffs, Cyrax is going to be nerfed, and that is his main strength because he probably has the best chip damage in the game. That's the only good thing you can say about him is his chip damage. And so when Cyrax gets nerfed, oh boy, will Scorpion be trash. If he gets nothing else, he will be undisputed bottom 1 if Cyrax, say, becomes punishable. Yeah, Scorpion would be awful. There would be absolutely no reason to choose the character. So the Natara versus Scorpion argument on who is worse is interesting because they both get a lot of damage. I would say Natara gets more. Scorpion does get damage, but the problem is you're not really opening up people. It's the same level of tricky as Natara, and Natara has less health. So I would say, you know, Natara slightly more damage, but less health. And they both struggle to open people up. I would say basically the only thing is, you know, the jump in pressure. So you can make it so Natara isn't necessarily plus, but you get a mind game from her jump ins and people end up getting hit. I don't know. It's a really tough call who struggles more to get somebody open, but I'm going to say Scorpion just because it's so slow. He can't like pressure you into needing to hit buttons. Like against Natara, you might panic and throw out a button when you shouldn't and you get hit. Scorpion, there's no reason for you to panic. You can see everything coming. His advantage is range, but they're all slow. Even his mid, even though it's close range, 12 frames. I would say that's what makes Natara a bit better. Plus, Natara is more fun to play realistically. With all the air combos, she has the coolest combos in the game, so you can't put her at bottom 1. Shao Kahn, I feel like Shao Kahn has potential. Like there are matchups where Shao Kahn is definitely not bottom 3, which stops him from being placed in bottom 3. Like if Shao Kahn didn't have any good matchups, he would be in this conversation. The problem is, you know, Scorpion, Sub, Natara, we don't get any good matchups at all. Like there's no matchup that is changing how bad we are. Shao does get some matchups where all of a sudden, you know, without the axe, his stance, his mix-ups in those are crazy. He gets decent damage. I could see why he would be 4th worst, you know, not in the bottom 3. Not entirely sure, you know, because I don't play Shao specifically, so if you Shao players could step in, why, yes, he is underpowered, but why he isn't bottom 3, because I'm gonna go with Sonic's opinion here. Like, it's the most reputable one ever. Like, out of any NRS player ever, there's never been a player that is so dominant. Yeah, that just validated me, you know, as a Scorpion main. I think he'll get buffs over the life cycle of the game, so it's great that I learned him at his lowest point. But now I want to react to the Omni-Man trailer. I didn't even know we were getting a trailer. I thought we would get like an interview with the Omni-Man voice actor. I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but I was hoping, you know, that would be it because I didn't think we'd get anything at first. And we got a whole trailer, so let's react to it right now. Just wanted to talk about Scorpion first. Mortal Kombat 1, official Omni-Man first look. Let's get it. 50 minutes ago, already almost 300k views. I see you, MK. It looks almost identical to the show, honestly, for it not being the same graphical style. There he is, Rock Daddy! Tremor looks good. The orange is interesting. I know he had the fire stance. I thought they might go crystalline and do the green. Crystalline. Huge.
I claim this timeline for the Viltrum Empire.
Okay, don't do it to the bottom 1 Scorpion. Not like this. Okay, launching string. Alright, so we have seen Tremor has 2... Is that a parry? I think that was a parry. So Tremor has 2 launches. He has the upward fist launch, which was in MKX, And he has an air launch where he shoots out the straight rocks, which I'm wondering if, kind of like MKX, it might grant some plus frames. He had really good frame, you know, abilities with that move in MKX. Wow, a quick trailer, honestly. I thought we would see more. I don't feel like we saw any Omni-Man special moves except for, yeah, the parry. Is that really it? I think that's all we get to see. Okay. All right, so Tremor clearly gets a launch, which is great. It's like a really easy hit confirmable launch, which I like a lot. I am hoping that that fist move where he, well, I've called them both fist moves, but straight fist, not upward fist. I hope straight fist is just straight up like it can extend air combos and then it has good frames. That's what made Tremor so good in the end life cycle of MKX. Other than his armor he got, that was like one of the main things. He just had really good frame pressure, so you were always blocking against Tremor and then eventually getting mixed up, and he could essentially chip away your entire life bar. But I feel like that was so quick. I want to watch it one more time, make sure I saw absolutely everything, but I feel like they purposely made this first look really, really short. So I do love the, I'm going to talk more about the visuals on stuff now, not his moves. I do like, you know, the callbacks to the show, like the subway scene in the show. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen the show, because I think the new season comes out in November. So yeah, we have the first launch. Is he a command grab character, it feels like? Like, it definitely feels like. He's just supposed to get in with parries, invincibility. And obviously we started... I was about to say we saw a bit of this fatal, but... So yeah, we have the upward rocks, and then we get straight rocks, I would assume. You could probably aim that like you can in MKX. Nice. So this is from the show. This is from the show as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, they really did incorporate some good stuff. What's kind of crazy is if you've never seen the show, just watch episode, you know, 1. Again, I feel like it's been so long now I can kind of spoil, but if you watch episode 1 of the show, Invincible, you'll actually see those two, you know, finishers right away in the show. So you'll know exactly what I am talking about. Very good, very good. That's kind of all I have today. I just wanted to talk about the trailer because I saw that was released, plus SonicFox putting Scorpion as the worst character in the game. Us Scorpion mains have been validated. Let's go, boys and girls. We got this, you know, we'll make him work. At the end of the day, he's gonna catch at least one buff over the life cycle of the game. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to grind some Scorpion. I'm really gonna have to learn my stuff. Didn't expect it to be this way, but yeah, if you're new here, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.